Mentally feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who?
And good evening, everybody. Hey, Dominic, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Hanging in there.
So, I got home shortly before the show, and I was running into some webcam issues. Don't know what it is. So, quick fix was an OBS virtual camera with this beautiful video of an owl. What do you guys think, huh? Am I really cute today, huh?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yep. So, hope everybody's doing good tonight. I thought it was kind of funny. Warren did come in first. His comment was pretty funny. So, I like that. So before we get into saying hello to the chat, did you get to fly at all this past week?
I did a sunrise the other day. Other than that, yesterday it was too windy again. So wind is becoming a real problem.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Well, the weather in the east coast of the U.S. the hurricane was off into the ocean, but it caused a lot of problems for coastal areas for sure. So, All right, well, let's get in and say hi to the chat. Warren was first. My wife, my number one supporter, second. She's actually with us. She's watching from back here.
Hello.
And Benjamin's in the house. You'd also see him too if my camera's working, but he's right behind me. And Ron, how you doing, Ron?
Hello, Ron.
Yeah. And Brian's in the house. How you doing, Brian? There are actually quite a few people here before the show started.
That's good.
And Bud's with us. He'll be joining us for the chat too. Glad to have you, Bud. And Jason, how you doing? Haven't seen you here in a while. Hope everything's going well.
Yeah. Jason.
So he was in Virginia. He must have seen some of that wind. Let me see here. Oh, TJ's in the house. How you doing, TJ? Glad to see you.
TJ.
And Steve is in the house. How you doing, Steve?
Hey.
And Robert's in the house. How you doing, Robert? Glad to have you here, brother.
Yep.
And Jim's in the house. He'll also be joining us for the chat. Jeff's back here with us, too. I don't know if he said anything in the chat yet, but he's here with us. And Jody's in the house. How you doing, Jody? Glad to have you here. And Steve. How you doing, Steve? That's two Steves now we got in the chat. Thank you, Robert. I always try to make my edits fancy. Don't know why. I just see it in my head like that. Wow, a lot of chat here. Holy cow. All right, I think I got everybody in the chat. I don't think I missed anyone. If I did, I'm sorry. We'll bring in our guest.
Happy nuts.
Now I understand why that your theme song starts with the who.
It's funny that you say that because as the show started, I was laughing about that with Ashley back here because I'm like, hey, it fits with my video.
It's perfect, man.
Yep, that's funny. Yep. So, how's everybody been this past week?
Busy.
I know Jim's been busy. He's had the kids around. You want to tell us what's going on?
Oh, grandkids. My son and his wife and 4 children. One is only 3 months, just moved back from Indiana to here. So we've been extremely involved for the last week and a half to the point where it's just exhaustion.
You get to fly, though.
I've been flying for a while because I've been on some personal time off because of my ankle and my surgery, so I've had some time to fly, which is nice. I should have did a lot of things in my time off, but that's part of my issues of procrastination and whatnot. But yeah, I got some flying in today, and for a while, it's been good. But yeah, grandkids, family, great, wonderful. Next,
Ray was talking about during the hurricane. He said the water out there was pretty crazy. Did you get any of that?
we didn't. No, I'm not. I'm about 34 feet above sea level, half a mile inland, so I don't. I don't ever see any water rays.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if you kind of went out to go looking to fly anywhere, but couldn't because of the weather. So, but you, Jeff, you went flying at all?
I did. And it was busy this weekend. Um, it wasn't particularly pretty, and it was hard, so I didn't really capture anything of value. I got a lot of shots of a concert I attended. That was what I did mostly this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Who was performing at the concert?
A bunch of groups. I will show you one right now as my background. Let's see. Let's see. Three.
We're not going to talk about the Patriots game.
No, we're not. We're definitely not because it was very sad.
Try not to. We try not to. Generally,
You had front row seats, though, right, Jeff?
To the concert. Yes.
Yeah.
I did. And that's one of the advantages of if you have front row seats, you can get really good pictures.
That's one of the advantages of being Jeff Norman. You get good seats.
No, it's just
You know, Jeff Norman's that kind of guy. You all like you're surprised when he shows you like he where these places he's been. You're like, holy shit! Like really?
yeah. That was
and you say, "Well, Jeff
Nice.
always has good pictures." So yeah.
first row. Thank
How
you.
you doing?
That was last night. Literally the front row.
Train.
Yep, they're great. They're such a good I've seen them a dozen times and four
What'd
times.
you,
right from the
what'd
front.
you use to get that shot?
Um,
Oh,
Nikon.
Wait, what
And they
camera
let
is
you-
that?
What's in there with that? Oh,
Lumix.
and they let you take that in there?
they did because this is my secret for concerts. Is that a detachable lens? No, it's not, sir. So even though
that's all it takes?
it's a 1-inch sensor, it's got a beefy lens, as you can see if I put it
So
up.
as long as it's a fixed lens, it's allowed.
Pretty much. I mean, the only time I've had a
No
problem with that
DSLR.
was in Bridgeport at what they call the Hartford Healthcare Civic Center, and they said, "Oh, the band doesn't allow it." I went, "Your website says as long as it's not larger than this and attached, it's fine." But they took it away. They watched it for me during the show. But yeah, most places I've done Jones Beach 1,000 times with cameras like this. So this is called the FZ2500. It has Panasonic cameras use Leica optics, so it's pretty clear.
Yeah, and Robert mentions the anti-gravity drone, and you know what? I agree. I think that for at least content creation, for me, it just I like the concept. I think it has some improvements they need, but yeah, it's good. I like it
It's
also.
small. The only other 360 thing is for the Air 2 or Air 2S.
Hey Tom, how you doing?
360, and that's a big package.
It's a
This is supposed to be
strap-on.
750.
That
That's
straps on 2 cameras, I believe, right, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One on top and one on bottom. Jim,
The problem I have with it, based upon the reviews I saw, now granted they haven't finished their software, updates or whatever,
Yeah,
but is
maybe.
if you're, it comes with a motion controller, and if you want to turn around, you have to physically turn around. Well,
correct.
when I got goggles on, I got to sit or I'm going to fall down. So,
I thought that was for the drinking. You have to full.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that about the controller, but I figured
Come on,
it's,
Jeff.
it's pretty much just like the DJI controller, the motion
No,
controller.
really?
Actually, no. With the DJI controller, it's all in the wrist. It's just
Right.
finessed in the wrist, right?
You don't have to go
Keep your arm
backwards.
stationary. But with this controller, you physically have to move it around.
right.
So
Interesting.
Yeah, like whichever direction you
Well,
want
like
it to go,
Wii.
you have to point
Like
your arm in that
Real
direction.
Wii.
correct.
You're moving it more than just
Yes.
position.
You're actually turning your body if you want to turn I mean, you remain in one spot,
Wow.
but you have to pivot in that spot in order for the drone to move in the direction you want it to move. Now, you can look anywhere you want around the image. The good thing is that it always has a first FPV image in the upper center of
Right.
what your view is.
That's
But
what you're always going to be going by. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You got to
Now, the
frame
nice
that.
thing about the camera is if you've ever used 360 cameras, I love the fact that you can actually enjoy your time in space as you're using the camera because you don't have to worry about framing.
Right.
You frame everything in post. The other
Yeah.
thing is that you have to realize is when you do get into post, you got a ton of content to deal with because now you can frame that
Say that
shot
again, bud.
five, 6 different ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Bud's got the 360 for the Air 2S.
Yeah,
Right?
this is the X2, and my Air 2S arrives Monday from repair.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's right. You were able to get that taken
Yeah.
care of. But,
Yeah.
But
now
you
here's
had
the thing,
the
though.
360 for the Air
I
2S.
was someone who was doing some review on the anti gravity. They said that there's an issue with the stitching. Now I understand it's something that they could fix in firmware updates later on down the line, but the issue I think is if you're trying to get really low content with a lot of stuff around, I think the stitching is going to be obvious because the section around the body of the drone gets cut out of the video.
Well, here's the situation. Okay, so here's an X5. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see the difference that we have here. Now, when you go to the drone, you're talking about it being that much larger.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've actually extended the lenses on both sides so they converge over. Now, from what I've been told is that convergence is about 10 degrees. So it's just a firmware tweak that's going to correct that current situation.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
here's what
Lines.
Insta360 is doing. I mean, we all know Insta360 is anti-gravity. Okay, they can label it under a different brand, but it's a wholly owned subsidiary of Insta360.
Yeah.
Now, what 360 is doing is they open this up to beta testers. Basically, they're sending out X number of drones,
Right.
and you're going to work with that drone. And as you submit ideas or bug fixes, you'll go into this prize money pool. They're giving away about $20,000,
Oh, yeah.
okay, to
Yeah.
that test group. The nice thing about it is everybody in that test group, when they return their pre-production, okay, anti-gravity drone,
You get a
when
new
the
one.
drone gets released, they say, from what I've been told by somebody at Insta360, about a week before they'll be shipping out production models to every one of those testers as a
Yeah.
thank you.
I heard that.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now here's the
You're
downside.
rewarding the people who put in the effort. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't think you can sign up any longer. If you can, I would check it out. Put your name in the pot.
I did.
They're going to start sending. I think it's still open till the 30th, and then beginning the week after Labor Day, they'll be sending out emails whether you've been selected or not.
I applied.
Now,
Be picked, but not me.
now the downside.
Sorry, I think Bud was had a question there.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
No, I said I applied, and obviously I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything back.
How
Yeah,
long
it
ago
makes
did you
sense to-
apply?
A week ago, maybe.
I
Cool.
applied the day of release.
I hope it works
So
out
we'll
for you guys. I'd love to see that. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. So, and no doubt there'll be an
Who are they
NDA
gonna pick?
wrapped around it.
Any
I would
idea?
imagine.
Well, I'll
So,
tell you what,
Fine.
the sphere on the Air
Hey, Michael.
2S is freaking amazing. I mean, there's no,
Okay.
what was the word you
Stitch.
used for
Stitch.
Stitch.
overlap? or whatever?
convergence,
Yeah,
convergence of the two. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's freaking amazing.
and think about this as being completely engineered
That way.
as a flying 360 camera. Now,
Yeah.
hey, here's what's great about this. Somebody else releasing a drone, right? A bunch of my friends here were so excited. Oh, look at this. We're going to have a choice now because, with DJI maybe being pushed to the curb. And I was like, you got to do your research, because if you look on a map, the headquarters of Insta360, you can actually see DJI's headquarters from that building.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then again, DJI's headquarters is like the Tower of Sauron. It's like
You know,
miles high.
yeah, but you still have to be on the
It's in
mainland to
China.
see it,
It's
Jeff.
a band that they want to do.
I think
If-
we know that the camera's going to be great, but how is the drone flying experience going to be from a
You won't really know
non-drone?
till it's
Well,
released.
you know what? I really think when you get notified, I believe it's going to be a much larger pool than they're actually going to send out to, because I believe when you get notified, there'll be an email with an NDA attached to it, and you're going to have to fill out that NDA
Probably.
and send it back. And so, how much leakage we get regarding the drone, will be up for debate here.
Yeah, there could
Okay,
be people
so-
who have it and they say, "Oh, the interface sucks and the graphics sucks and whatever," but that's all going to be fixed, presumably.
Well, talking to Potato Jet, he's told me that
Uncle
there
Bill.
were no real downsides that he's experienced to this point
Oh, potato
flying the
jet.
drone. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So,
It's a good source.
I mean, it kind of looks like a Mini 4 without a gimbal. Okay.
Well, it's a little bit, taller because of the two lenses.
Yeah.
but-
What's really cool is that it has the landing gear that extends
Yes.
to keep that lower camera,
Yeah.
from impacting the
Automatic.
ground.
Automatic landing
And-
gear.
All that brought back to me, Jim, was memories of my wish list for the Phantom 5. Imagine if the Phantom 5, when it took off, that the legs
Yeah.
would have come
Yeah.
out like that, and you would have had a 360 gimbal. I mean, we'd still be flying that Phantom 5 today, and I know plenty of people still flying their Phantom 4s.
Yeah, Bud actually shared a video with me here. Let's play it now.
Yeah.
This is the
This is
Well, go ahead, Bud. Let him know.
The 360 sphere.
Love the color of the water.
My computer would take like 8 hours to process this shit. That's not my problem.
Why don't you get yourself a new
Well,
computer?
that's another downside of this stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
is
It sucks.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
work.
it's a
Let's
computer
not,
killer.
Let's not get Jeff talking about computers.
More photography.
Man,
My wife took over our computer for work from home 5 days a week, and we bought a laptop, and here's what it is.
I mean, the video is crystal clear, and
That's,
there's
that's
no.
cool looking right there.
Yeah, this is a state park just down the road from me, about 14 miles.
How high up is that? Any idea?
I'm going to say 200 feet, maybe.
It looks like 1,000 feet up.
right?
well,
Wow.
only because of the way the effect is. But if you look at the very center, you can see how close he actually is. But that's what's cool
Well-
about that effect.
Yeah.
Hey, Bud, next time you have an argument with a flat earther, you can show him this video.
I do. I just show them tiny planets going, yeah, it's round.
Hey, guys, I only wanted to jump on a few minutes because I'm already getting sick of looking at some of his, and because I'm probably going to see his at the Northeast drone meetup. No,
Oh, hell
Bud?
yeah.
You're not making that one, Bud?
I got a golf vacation.
Oh, that's right, man.
I now have an
That's
outdoor
right.
projector, so anyone can plug in their SD cards into my projector at my outside bar, and we can watch all the stuff. But
Well, there we go, man.
I'm going to be there
I
for the
don't
meetup.
think Bud's going to make it. I don't think Dominic's going to make it to that.
Well,
No, unfortunately not.
Dom makes it virtually. Okay?
Yeah,
Dom
I'll be
makes
there
it virtually.
virtually.
Yeah. Jeff, when are you going up, Jeff?
Friday.
You're going up Friday? I'm taking the Orient Point ferry up
Gotcha.
Friday
Where are you
morning.
flying into?
The ferry.
JFK.
JFK. Okay.
Yeah, I'm flying into JFK, staying in Oceanside. Then that Thursday, I'm going to go into downtown Brooklyn, fire headquarters. And then I'll leave early Friday morning. I'll head to Orient Point. It wasn't much of a difference in driving whether I went up through the Bronx and then through Connecticut or went up through Orient Point.
That
But
could always
Orient,
suck, no matter when.
Orient Point gives me an hour and a half off from driving. So,
What are
you
you
know,
renting a car then?
yeah, I'm renting a car out of JFK. You know, I got some loyalty points there. I got medallion status with Delta, so that's a
Driving
nice flight coming in.
sucks.
You can't be
You know.
you can't be mad at Dominic. He is holding up. He is protecting Australia right now, and someone actually caught some video of it. So I just have to release this report. This is Dominic in Australia.
He's wearing off.
Bitches, you want to get some?
Jacked.
Come get it.
Look at the size of that thing.
Dominic,
I don't see
that
Dom doing that.
Dominic's muscles, man. Woo.
Yeah.
Look at the roar.
Stay off the steroids, man.
It was. I saw that video, and it was the first thing I thought of. I says, I got to voice this over, and you should have seen the look I got from Ash while I was doing it. She's looking at me as I'm roaring into the microphone. It's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, it's Dominic.
And Dominic's thinking, what a bunch of stupid Americans think that all of us are kangaroos or love kangaroos.
Yeah.
That's like saying all of you Americans are
Kangaroos drinking Foster beer, right, Dominic? Yeah, that's
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
They'll be
You know,
like
short-sighted.
There are a lot of videos where the kangaroos are really small and gentle and not all.
And there's an Outback Steakhouse on every corner.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
All right,
that's
well, let's
hard.
bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back down to. Let's bring it around to the American neck of the woods here. There's a place I haven't visited this summer that I usually visit every year, but I wanted to share the video during the live show. I'm gonna go back here before the summer ends. This is North River.
North River, where?
Up by Boston.
Massachusetts. People always do that. They say things like we're supposed to know. North River.
Yeah.
North River, right by the Dunkin' Donuts, past the old job lot.
There we go.
That's just amazing how much the tide goes out. What are you flying? Oh, the FP. Oh, the Air 2S. Okay. Tell you what, that Air 2S still shoots great video, man.
Oh yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Yeah, I still kick myself for only getting the Air 2.
Now, why are you flying around my house?
So cool.
That's just amazing. There's a Midwestern water tower.
Don't hit this thing.
Well, I'll bring you near the water in a second.
Water.
With the FPV.
There we go.
Okay, I'll get the FPV for them friends. Good transition.
Gonna put the bolt in the bay.
Oh, they just lined up like, get out of my way, get out of my way. They're all waiting. Up in there.
Dang, that thing hustles, man.
Always in between, never over, right?
Yeah.
At least not least in the show.
At least the show.
At least not that you won't show. You won't show flying over things. Just like
Yeah.
we're not showing we fly over bridges. We stop
Yeah.
right before the edge of that bridge. Every time.
I posted something today, but we all agreed I shouldn't show it because I got to edit it first. Which over people.
Yep. Yep.
Why fly over the bridge when you can fly under it?
Yeah.
Very
That
nice.
looked great. That's a nice spot. That's a beautiful spot too. Beautiful spot. Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you something interesting we did this past week. Well, when I say we, one of my committee members, Vaughn Hire, myself, with one of our brand new sponsors for the Vegas drone meetup, Drone Doctor, Jose Figueroa.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing?
He got a gig to fly
Ronnie.
at Area 15, which is not to be confused with Area 51.
Right.
Area
Ronnie, if you
15 is a
click-
huge entertainment area. and we actually flew our drones as runway models at a fashion show. We
Wow.
flew 3 drones holding purses, tethered from the drone up and down the runway with the models.
I thought
And
you were running
before,
yours with a bikini top on it. That's
no,
what
not me, baby. I was wearing my Daisy Dukes and my heels. Okay. There was plenty of eye candy there. Okay. So when it came to flying, that's what made it difficult. Maintaining visual line of sight took on a whole new meaning. Okay. But yeah, it was quite an experience. As a result of this past gig, they've already started talking to us about possibly doing other events at that location. And it's a unique place. The big problem we had was we flew the wrong drones. They were FEMI X8 Max Tellies. And I told, well, Jeff, I felt the same way, man. But the guy, Drone Doctor, had a sponsorship deal with them. Okay. And I said, next time we do this with, a couple hundred people in a fashion show flying over models, I would appreciate using an Air 3S or a Mavic 4 Pro. Okay. That would have made a huge difference in my confidence level. But we pulled it off. It worked out. And like I said, it's a very unique space. If you come to Vegas, it's not the cheapest place to go to, but there's some off-the-wall stuff there that really is it's amazing. This space was.
And I don't care what they tell you. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas.
No, it never stays in Vegas. Tim. It never stays in Vegas.
Tom,
Okay.
so who sponsored? So it was what'd you say, FEMI or whatever? They put it on?
So here's what it was. It was a fashion show mainly for footwear, okay, and purses and accessories. But of course, the models were what you would expect as models.
Right.
So there was a sponsor who provided the bags. They were one of the sponsors. The venue was a sponsor. Drone Doctor was a sponsor. And then FEMI was a sponsor of Drone Doctor.
Okay.
And then there was Green Cannabis was also a sponsor. So I said, next time I want to fly a drone pulling a Green Cannabis company banner. Okay. And you had to see the sales girls at Green. Oh, my goodness.
So what are they going to edit this into a commercial or something or what?
It was part of their event. People were blown away by. We weren't even filming with the drones. Okay, we were not recording with the drones. We were just flying down the runway with a purse hanging, different purses hanging, and then turning around and coming back down with the model also holding a similar purse. And
Cool.
we jury rigged the night before. Went to Michael's and got ourselves some baling wire and created a harness to hold it below the drone where you could barely see the harness, so it's pretty cool. And then we had the light, the landing light of the drone on, and it basically illuminated the purse, which was pretty cool.
Good question. Real quick. So you use the drone recording with its stabilization, but not actually flying.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Correct. Yeah.
I do have to, before I forget to mention, next week,
We're doing that a lot.
I'm going to have a very busy weekend, so I'm not going to be here for the show on Sunday. I told Dominic if he wants to host the show, he can next week, but that's up to Dominic. But I'm going to be busy with the family the last weekend before the summer vacation ends. I'm bringing Ben back to school next week, so that's going to take up a lot of my time. So trying to do a lot of fun things next weekend before our summer vacation ends.
Shoehorn that in, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming to an end quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, God, we're almost out of August already. Jeez.
Dominic's over there smiling. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Bitch and complain. It's coming my way.
Yeah.
Tommy doesn't care what we're
He's
saying.
thrilled that he's starting to get out of
We're
his
warming up.
right.
We're
Today was
cooling
the last
down.
day of the Little League World Series, and that's
Hey,
one of the ends of the summer. Labor Day for us is
Yep.
another end of the summer,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
the day schools open is the official end of the summer, pretty much.
yep.
All right. Let me ask you.
Las Vegas Summerlin won the national title for Little League, and Taipei, Taiwan won
Beat
the internet, won the world. Yeah,
They
beat
did.
them.
Okay.
Shut them out, man. Shut them out.
Okay. Speaking of schools, I don't know about you guys, but we didn't go to school till after Labor Day, and we were done before Memorial Day.
That
Am I
says a
right?
lot about the educational system in Illinois.
Hey,
Yeah.
Patrick.
Well, now they have 20,000 institution days because they already started a week ago, and then they run into June. It's like,
See, hours out here, when I was back in New York, it was the week after Labor Day, and then
Yeah.
you didn't get out till the middle of June
You get actually
or,
the
or
end of
late
June
June.
because there are
End of
state
June.
tests called regents. The
The
board of
regents
regents,
exams, right? If you had the regents, right?
right? So
And
you,
it also depended on whether how many snow days were used.
right.
Okay,
so
Well,
and
we
see, I don't
out
have to
here,
worry about that because I homeschool Benjamin, so I set a schedule.
right?
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
as long as you have
You know, I
enough
lived in
But it's a
hours.
big
Omaha,
undertaking
Nebraska, and we
too.
never had one snow day.
Really,
Couldn't walk to school, no matter
No,
what.
I used to walk to school barefooted during the blizzards. I don't understand what
Uphill
this
both
Five
bullshit
ways.
is,
miles up.
bud.
It was 5 miles uphill both ways,
uphill
right?
both ways, right,
Yeah,
Tom?
exactly,
Yeah.
Side by
exactly.
each.
Yeah. No, out here they started August 11th, I think it was, and
What
they
was
get out the second week in May now.
what was the high temperature on August 2nd when the kids had to go to school?
It's about 107, Jeff.
They're out of their
Yeah,
they're out of their freaking
yeah,
minds. I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh no, Jeff. Oh, please, where we gas up at Sam's Club a lot, and right across is Dorado High School, and they're out there practicing football.
They're out of their
Okay,
minds. That
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
if I was in charge, there would be no school anywhere until after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, back
Jeff
we didn't
York,
have air.
school superintendent.
See, this is what I like about. So I use the time for learning curriculum for Ben, and what it allows me to do is it allows me to set his own schedule, and then it makes sure that so he'll have so many assignments per day, okay, and depending on how you schedule his time off. So I give him a 4 month summer, okay, so by doing that it organizes all of his work between all the other days the rest of the month. So I just follow the curriculum, and it gives him all the information. We work on it, and the stuff that he understands he can get through real easy, and then the stuff that he struggles with, well, that's where we stop and take our time, and he learns it easier because I'm there. He has my individual attention, and I can walk him through it. So yeah, it works really well, and he exceeds the state standards by his curriculum that I'm teaching him. So
That's all you can ask for, right?
It's a huge commitment. It's a huge commitment, Paul.
Yep.
yeah.
Definitely
Sure
is a huge commitment. Most parents would not commit to homeschooling because too many parents look at schools as babysitters for, unfortunately.
Well, but
And your level of involvement makes a huge
The
difference.
wrong
Yeah,
babysitter.
I'm scarred by the educational system out here in my area. They really did. They've done nothing but ever try to cause harm to me and Junior. And I don't want anything to do with it. I would rather make sure that he gets a proper education. What convinced me of it really? Well, one, I let Ben really make the decision. I discussed it with him and says, "What do you want?" Because I didn't want to, take him out of something he really
course.
enjoyed. But he decided he wanted to go the same route, so that's where we went. But as they get older, they don't allow the parents to interfere where parents should interfere, and they let the kids get away with too much, and they basically will push them through without giving them an education. No, so I pulled Junior in his
Well,
last year of high school and got him
yeah.
his GED, and he turned a negative into a positive. He got his education. He actually graduated. He got his GED before his class even graduated. So
Well, let me ask you a question, Paul, and this is something that comes up with homeschooling: is how do you get that socialization that they also need that you're homeschooling, right?
Yep.
So how do you deal with
And
that
that was
socialization issue?
yep, and that's good because we discussed that. I told him, I understand you like to go see the other kids at the school. So what we do is during the school year, we take walks every day to the park down the street where he interacts with the other children. Plus, I set him up in his studio so he can come home, and when he's done with school, he can play his games with his friends that he has on the computer. He's got a microphone, so he's not away from other kids. He gets to interact with other kids, and then when we go on Dad's Adventure Weekend, I take him to like the park in Boston with a tadpole park where there's tons of kids to play with. So
Good.
yeah, so he does. He gets to
Such an
he gets
important
to play with
aspect.
kids more being homeschooled than he does when he was at school.
I would like to chime in on this just a little bit.
Yeah,
All this aside, COVID also pushed a lot of kids to remote learning, and it was not in their best interest. Now,
No, I
my
I
son,
agree.
my son, had a lot of issues, and I'm not going to go into the detail and depth, but it has absolutely affected the social interaction, and it's something that
Yeah,
we don't talk about, but it's huge, and
Yeah.
the current generation. And my son is 20. He just turned 20. He's finishing up his free 2-year college, but it's been tough. It's been tough.
Yeah.
I've seen the lack of social interaction that has just happened. It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, my granddaughter, learning impaired, she was getting B's and C's before COVID. Okay. And then when COVID hit as a junior and senior in high school, she was barely getting C's, mainly D's. Okay. And it was
But there were
a real.
all No Child Left Behind. So they
Yes, we know nobody's left
everybody, no
behind.
matter what.
Exactly.
They passed
You know,
everybody, no matter what.
and my grandson had graduated before COVID, went into the Navy, got through boot camp, and then COVID hit, and wound up going through his A school and C school, and he did great because there was nothing but socialization because the base was on lockdown. Okay, but the base had 5,000 sailors on it, going to school
Yep.
and interacting, and they didn't even on the campus. Okay, there wasn't social distancing or anything like that because of their ability
Your
to
family assimilate
segment the
or-
environment. Yeah, so it's totally different experiences for the two of them, and you can see it now. They're both adults, and they have a hard time. My granddaughter has had a hard time adjusting.
yeah. So this actually takes all the course material, and you schedule the time off, and then it takes the course material and splits it up between all the school days that you have listed. So like we have a Christmas vacation here, he'll have, but it splits everything up. It just makes it easy, and you don't have to like figure out, okay, am I missing anything? Because all you do is you say this is the time off that he needs, and then it'll schedule the work around all the dates that he's going to be in class, so he doesn't miss anything, and he's not falling behind. His curriculum is actually exceeding state expectations. So I love it about that, and it just gives me the freedom to do it. And a lot of parents don't have that capability to do that, but I have the time, so I might as well put it to something that is of real use.
The most important thing, of course, is educationally. Certainly, you're going to do more probably than most schools, as long as that they were mentioning socially, he gets enough interaction with peers because you have to. There's no substituting for that. He's whether it's little league or soccer or karate or art or music or whatever. I think it's important that rounds him. Obviously, he's going to be very smart. He's going to be very well behaved. I've met him a bunch of times. He's a great kid.
Yeah,
So-
he is. Ben's a cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had friends that went through the COVID situation. They're full-time RVers, and they looked at the COVID situation as an opportunity. Okay, so they took the kids out of the school Zoom curriculum and put them through a homeschool curriculum, and they traveled all over the country.
Wow.
Make a point to teach about all the places they were visiting. to give those kids a firsthand experience there. So, it all comes down to your ability. I mean, I don't think as, when I was raising kids that I would have had the ability, Paul, like you, to dedicate that. And I actually think it's a huge advantage on your point, especially
Oh yeah.
your relationship with your kids. That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
He's worked. Paul has worked.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
worked.
Well, my wife and I were afraid to have another one of me, so we never had kids.
For good reason.
Well,
bud.
that's a good point, because my first marriage is when I had my kids. My daughter, she came home, slept through the nights. Okay, never cried, always happy, lulled us into this false sense of security. And then we had my son, who was born from the devil. Okay, this kid was colicky till he was 9. Okay, I hardly got any rest with him. Okay, but it's just the way it is. And believe me, after the first one, we were like, oh, this is a piece of cake. We had him. Yeah, no, cut it off at the stream right there, baby. Okay, this ain't happening again. So, but yeah, it's I can see that point, Bud. I would understand
I,
parents.
I appreciate people that well, Paul, taking care of Ben. People that really. I've met a lot of people around town, with their young kids, and I talk to them, and yada yada yada, and you can tell where the parents are involved, and you can tell the other kids that are the piece of craps, raising Cain down the street. The parents, I don't know, I'm, I only got my mom. I don't know where my dad is, yada yada yada. So,
Well, you kind of see it. I don't know, if you go to a restaurant, you see it right away, because you see what kids are behaved in the restaurant.
correct.
And it seems like, back in the day, what did you shove in the kid's mouth was a pacifier. Today, you shove an iPad in front of their face.
Yeah.
And it seems like, the screen time that these kids get is kind of ridiculous,
Oh,
because
extreme.
it's basically, but then when you look, the parents, the same thing. They're buried in their phones, and the kids are buried in their tablets.
You know what? You know what? I think the thing is, all of us here on this panel,
Yeah.
we can put down our phones for our grandkids in a heartbeat without thinking twice.
But it'll be
I told my
Our kids,
yeah.
a lot harder for them. And in my case, at least, I know that my stepson and his wife, they are phenomenally swamped with work and stuff, and they got 4 kids. And now they're back here, we're helping them out. But on the point of which parents help out and not, the grandkids know. When the grandkids are like, "Oh, we want to go to Mimi and Opa's house instead of Gigi and Papa's house," it's like, you know what? They know the better situation.
we try to approach it with a fair balance when it comes to electronics. Like, he has his expectations. He's got to get up.
Ashley, I agree.
Yeah, and the nice part is he doesn't have to go to bed early, and he doesn't have to go to bed early because school the next day. And he doesn't have to get up early. We can set the schedule how we want to do it. So he actually has a later bedtime doing homeschool than he did when he was in school. The weekend's a little bit later, but the nice part is he's able to he can get a full 8 to 10 hours of sleep before he's got to get up and we do school. And as provided there's no ice or snow out there in the wintertime, we go out for a walk, take him to the park, and he'll play with other kids or ride his bike. So it's it's a
6 to 2 or 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, whatever works for him.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. My only motivation to have kids was to have grandkids. Okay, and if you're a grandparent, you understand that. Okay, and now I want my grandkids to give me great grandkids. I told my own kids I enjoy my grandkids a hell more than I enjoyed you guys. Sorry. Okay.
Fine.
It is what it is. It is
if
the
I come
truth.
to the Las Vegas meetup.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, so someone was there there's another meeting somewhere close to the Northeast meetup. Is it? What was there another meetup somewhere? Spin up or something?
No, Minefield was
Minefield.
this weekend,
Past weekend.
but this weekend we're in
What
right
was?
now,
All right.
and that's Tennessee.
Oh, well, that
Right.
ain't more around here.
I've been extremely busy. I haven't heard much of it. I just knew there was another meetup coming by nearby somewhere, or not
All right.
nearby necessarily, but around the same
People
time.
say New York City is nearby, Paul.
Yeah, just around the corner.
All right.
Sure, sort of.
How many want to come to Bud Farms in the middle of nowhere, Illinois? 0.
How many
I
free
would.
rooms you got?
I don't know. Unlike your
rooms
travel
you got for
plans,
free?
are there actually planes that fly there, Bud?
Yeah.
I told you I
What's
want to go
weird-
build a log cabin on his property. Just live
We
there.
should. What's weird is there's 2 houses. One is called the hired man's house. The other is called the main house. If I fly from the hired man's house, I have no warnings. But if I move over, not even call it 500 yards, and I take off from the main house, there's a one's the Newark, not Newark, New Jersey, Newark International Illinois Airport, which is just private planes, and then another grass strip that a guy flies his ultralights in and out of. I'll get warnings for that, but it's just amazing that it's 500 yards difference when I get a warning.
Not in any way a surprise.
Yeah,
It's cool, but the one guy from Newark, he does aerobatics, where he does barrel rolls and all that fun stuff.
yeah.
I don't fly when he's in the air because he's up over my farm. Yeah, speaking of, but it's cool to watch him.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
So anyway, this is my farm. If Paul plays it, this is property we donated at Wine Dreams. It's for handicapped special needs children to ride horses. That's what that property is.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we donated a beautiful black walnut grove. Now I'm flying up what's called the Newark Sportsman's Club, which is an old gravel pit from, 100 years ago, if not more. This is the Fox River. This is our timber. You can see the main, or you can't really see the main farm. On the very right edge is the main farm. Yeah, out there. And then the hired man's houses. No, I lied. No, the silos is the main farm, and the other place. But anyway, now I'm flying back down river.
Look at this house right here.
I know, he's a lawyer. What do you expect?
I see a dog.
I used to live in those woods back in the day. Me and Grizzly Adam. That's me.
So is this the 360 camera?
No, that's when I just stuck the X2 underneath.
Oh, okay.
How'd you landed on it?
Cool.
I have too many cameras.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, you and me both, baby.
Let's see, there's
That was a
one.
good video. I liked it.
I'm traveling
You and
heavy
Dave Ross, he's got
to
camera.
Rhode Island.
So Ron said Castle Crash is coming up. When's Castle Crash?
What is Castle Crash? That's
I think
where is that located?
Not sure.
Abandoned Castle, maybe.
Is that
Yes,
the one
it is,
down by
Don. How you
Ron
doing?
Brown by the coast, or
It is, Don.
I'm not sure.
Who's posting the video?
Well, Ron just said in the chat Castle Crash is coming up. I've heard of Castle Crash before. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. Do you know? Fill
I
us in
believe
on
it's an FPV event, right? It's a bunch of FPV pilots.
Cool.
it. More than likely.
Yeah. South Carolina. Not sure exactly when. Yeah, it's an FPV pilot event.
It was an event, not just a description.
Uh,
Crashing through a castle.
I just, for
So I'm
some
going to
reason, I
bring,
only hear people in the FPV community talking about it. Yeah, it is. Yep. Okay.
yeah, FPV. I'm going to bring the Avata 2, the Mavic 4. I'll bring my X5, and I'll bring the Insta 360 Go Ultra. I'll bring also.
yeah. How is that
Maybe.
camera? The Go.
It's it's unique,
The new
very
Yeah.
unique.
DJI mic's coming out soon.
Yep, this week.
How much better of a computer do you need to process it on that 360 than a normal? Well, my computer's good enough. Kind of
Well,
computer.
All right.
I'm running a
No,
i7 chip, 16 gig of RAM. Of course, I have 2 terabytes of storage, but I mean, it hums when it's doing 360 video.
There's so many.
The key is a lot of GPU memory,
Yep.
only SSD or NAND drives work from. Don't try to work from mechanical drives.
Right.
Mm.
And you know
yeah,
what?
no.
You can get away with a lot if you use proxies. So,
Yeah.
you got to think about it.
And with the Mac, I mean, everyone loves PCs, but the Mac
Mac is great, but Mac is
decent.
great. You just pay for it. That's all.
But it lasts
You pay
longer.
for it
So
one
you
way or
actually,
another.
but it lasts
Yeah.
longer.
So I have to say, by the way, so the 28th to talk about this, instead of 2 receivers now, it looks like there's going to be 4
Up to 4
receivers.
receivers. Yeah. This is a more professional approach to audio.
Yeah.
And that's basically why it's being released. It's being released to basically it's focused to a different audience.
Yeah. I have
Wait.
4 of the mic minis, but they're in 2 different kits, and I can only link 2 of them to the
That's correct.
Osmo.
Yep.
So, the 4 of them. But will it be in the U.S.? We'll see.
In all likelihood, no. Okay, and I'm going to be totally honest with you. I just got off the phone a day ago with a buddy of mine, Wayne Baker, and it's a tough situation right now. They've had great conversations up on the Hill with some legislators, but trying to get an agency to turn around and do their security audit is like pulling teeth, unfortunately. And if that audit's not done by the end of December,
It
they're
goes through.
automatically banned. And
Yep.
and here's the other thing, and people love to, uh, you know, throw smoke and say DJI this, DJI that. Oh, look, they abandoned us with DJI can't refresh. No, what DJI did was say, hey, I can't sell you a product I can't perform on. Also, could they sell us Mavic
Government ain't
4s?
letting us.
Yeah. Well, today the Mavic 4 would cost you $2,800. Tomorrow it could cost you $3,800. The day after it could cost you $3,100, and the day after that it could be $4,800. And they don't want to do that to their customer base.
Right.
So they made a conscious decision, okay, to pull out of their largest market in the world. Not to pull out completely, but to pull out until the smoke settled and they
Yeah.
had a route to travel. And the big
Well,
problem that we have in this country is
Mhm.
who else is producing in this country? Who else is producing consumer drones? And 70% of small businesses, 70% of small drone businesses, okay, use consumer drones, not enterprise drones.
Right.
They don't
So
need enterprise drones.
they
Well,
don't need enterprise drones, right, Jeff? But who is making those consumer drones for them? And the reason, and here's the only reason I bought the Mavic 4 the way I did, was to future proof myself to some degree. Okay? Knowing that, hey, I might not be able to get this DJI drone.
Your mic's messed up right now.
No,
Oh, it's DJI. DJI doesn't want me to talk about them. I think that's what it is. Okay.
Exactly.
So,
No,
okay.
they're giving you a hint. It's time to upgrade.
yeah.
4 days before.
Question: Who who else besides the USA is buying DJI? Do we know who
Yeah.
their second largest purchaser is?
It doesn't matter. The
Australia?
whole rest of
The
world.
EU. No, Asia and the EU.
Second, third,
I
fourth.
guess
They're,
it'd be
they're
Australia.
huge. They're huge, right? Yeah.
You're over talking.
The whole
each other.
Pacific Rim buys them. I mean, we're the only place in the world that has a problem with DJI.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
we're fine walking around with these fucks, right?
No
But
shit.
hey,
Bingo.
so
Bingo right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Well, this was for the end, gentlemen. I think I told you last week I had an announcement. Since the 80s, I had been flying around the country teaching people different kinds of photography, whether it was group portraiture, individual portraiture, sports photography. I've shot thousands of things from weddings and sweet 16s to corporate events. And I've obviously fallen in love with the drone. One of the things I said from the 80s was you want to make a good shot of someone or a group, lay on the ground, shoot up, change your angle, get up on a balcony, shoot down. Well, the drone has allowed me to do that. I've been doing a ton of work, obviously, with drones, and I'm teaching a photo-centric course every week where you guys submit your photos with me and we work together, and I will help you individually do better with your photos. Some people just say, I'm happy with what I do. But you, whether you're a baker or you're a fencer or you're an artist of any
Candlestick
kind,
maker.
you're
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
you're going to change your opinion as
You're
you
right
get
back.
better, and the things that you thought were fine for now are not going to be fine in 5 years. It's saying, how come I couldn't get any better? If you want to get better with it, if you want to get better in tennis, you're going to play someone who's better than you in tennis, and that's going to get you better a lot faster than trying to figure it out on your own. So I've been doing this school for a while now, and I'm offering it now to anyone who watches either on the live stream. Go to jeffsphotoschool.com, and we can chat about how I can
That
help
is correct,
you
DJ.
raise your level of photography. Don't be embarrassed. No one needs to be embarrassed. We're all on a different place on our journey, and that's what I'm here is to help you get better. jeffsphotoschool.com.
Great opportunity for people.
Jeff,
Yes.
you just said good words. Don't be afraid of your journey.
Don't be you. We're all on different paths of our journey, and wherever you are, you are. The question is, do you realize that 5 years from now, I hardly developed more taste as an artist because I never interfaced with anyone else.
Yeah.
You're going to get better. You're going to be, it's like, ugh, I can show you my stuff from early.
Sorry, I got to tell TJ my webcam wasn't working before the show started, so I had to just figure something out. So I just set this up in a virtual camera. Yeah.
Everyone wants to
Yeah,
know
but
who
Paul,
did.
Paul, you haven't looked that good in years.
Exactly.
I just
Well, that
want
gives
to
everybody
say,
an opportunity to learn. I mean, especially like look, I think the best thing about drone meetups is our ability to socialize and exchange tips and everything else. And here, Jeff's given you an opportunity, okay, for that, not just peer review, but a level of expertise he's willing to share with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I do want everyone to be better. I've, like a lot of psychologists have a psychologist that they talk to. I attend photo schools just so I can see what others do. And most of these guys are pretty rigid. Here's the formula, follow the formula. Well, with art, there are things you can do that will shoot yourself in the foot. And there are things you can do that are better practices, but I have never forced anyone to say you have to do it this way. There's always other options and other opportunities. And that's what I want to do is help you feel more confident and more accomplished so you can share your stuff with people.
not to interrupt, but I meet with fellow alcoholics so I can be a better alcoholic.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if that's really quite on the same
Well,
path of
All right, well, listen,
creativity, but yes.
It's 9 o'clock.
Notice
Yeah.
he didn't say he's in a 12-step program. Okay, he's talking about a bar stool
getting
He
right
program.
goes to a bar. I get that.
It's
This is
different,
short.
bud.
True story.
12
Going
steps, you
back
can
to-
barely make it up 3 of them.
All right.
But if you
True
join
story
the
before you
class,
cut us off, Paul.
if
Tom
you,
or
Yeah.
Jeff, whoever the hell you are. I went to our local community college back in the 70s with a black God, it was a Canon something or other shooting film. And my instructor was fabulous. He goes, no, go out and find something better. Shoot it this way, shoot it that way, try this, try that, And he made us work to do better. And that was awesome.
well, if you come to my photo school every week on Friday, typically is when we do this. You can bring your drink if you want.
No.
Okay. Hey, it's
You
online.
may not
so it's
remember the
okay.
class, but you can still do it.
I don't want to be a bad influence.
Okay, it's
It's too
online.
late, bud. You already are.
All right, before we wrap up the show tonight, is there anyone who wants to promote anything?
I did my promo. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
I got to edit.
I'll be making a guest appearance at the Northeast Drone Meetup. Okay, and remember, our Vegas Drone Meetup is this coming November. You can sign up online. VegasDroneMeetup.com.
I'm
Just
going.
fly safe, have fun.
All right, and Ben's got one too.
Tom, looking forward to seeing you guys. And Jeff, you too.
Hang on,
at the
let's hear
Northeast
Ben.
Meetup.
Okay, hold on, Ben. What'd you say?
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Go ahead, Ben.
Even if someone's being rude to you, be nice to them.
Always, Ben. Always.
Kill him with time.
What were you saying, Jim?
Oh, I was just telling Tom and Norm that looking forward to having them for the Northeast meetup.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Looking forward to it, definitely.
And,
I appreciate
and Paul,
everybody. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for hosting the show every week. We don't say it all the time, but this gives us an opportunity to get together. It gives us an opportunity to share information with other people. And I hope everyone enjoys as much as I do, but I want to thank you because without you, this wouldn't exist.
Correct.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but I put a goal in the chat because you can set goals now. I bet nobody's seen it because YouTube doesn't promote it. But I'm going to do the same thing next week. And if we meet the goal next week, I will. Well, sorry, there's no show next week because the holiday weekend. The following week, I'll do the same thing. If we meet the goal, I'll make a best of the rest for the next following show. So, I want to remind you all that mental health matters. So if you're struggling, don't be afraid to reach out. Even if you can't reach out to your friends and family, reach out further. You can dial 988. You can find help in so many other places. Reach out, get some help. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this week. And get out there and fly.
Thank you.